Hello students, we are continuing our next topic, that's company rule expand. Hope you remember this thing. Up to the events battle of Buxar, we have after the battle of Buxar events we have already studied in my last video, and now we are going to continue with the next, that is company rule expand. So here the period is giving. Hope you are seeing 1757 to 1857. The period on that time East India Company have expand their rule. Expansion of the company rule by the annexation means kabja karna. The rule will be expanded when they captured whole India. On that time they are capturing during that time. So but company really launched the direct military attack. Means the meaning of this ki company have not attacked to any of the kingdom, any of the emperor, any of the sultanate. What so if they are not directly attacking on the any kingdom or sultanate, so how they are capturing, how they are annexing, how they are doing annexation on the area of India, few of the area. So what is the policy behind this? So hope you remember during the battle of Plassey what they have done. They have given one divide and rule policy to Mir Jafar. Because of that Lord greedy thing, Mir Jafar was ready to give and shake the hand with East India Company, and Sirajuddaulah was defeated. So here is written, East India Company use a variety of political and economical and diplomatic method in the process of annexation. Okay, means while capturing the India, East India Company use some diplomatic method, political method and economical method while capturing all these things. Okay, example, after the Battle of Buxar 1764, company appointed residents in Indian states. Resident, the meaning of resident is, means suppose if they have won the Battle of Buxar that took place in Bengal, if they have won, so they send one official in their area. Suppose in Bengal side, if they have sent one official in that area, means what is the work of that official? The Nawab is Nawab themselves. If in Bengal so many small cities are there, so he sent their official person to that area and Nawab can do their work properly. Whatever the work done by Nawab or the people, those who are living in that city, means related to economic work, related to trading work, related to civil, related to making fort, anything, any construction, any work that is done in that area, that person that is sent by East India Company look after all the things properly. Okay, that everything will be looked after by that person, that is the official person. Means राजा तो वो है जो वहाँ का already है, but यहाँ से जो person भेजेगा, that is official person that look after, and that person will inform all the things to East India Company. Okay, in commercial or political agent whose work was to serve the company means उनका काम क्या था? They informed all the things to company with the help of his term company interfere in the matter of Indian state. Means when the East India Company know about the work of any of the place, city, so he can interfere in the matter. Interfere means he can give any of their suggestion or anything during this particular time. Now which particular policy they have applied? Policies that we have remember in the first video of my subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse and policy of paramountcy. Now what is subsidiary alliance? First of all, so before starting this, who institutionalized this policy? Who have started this policy? Institutionalized means who have started this policy. So the name of a person is Lord Richard Wellesley. Lord Richard Wellesley have started this policy against by the East India Company in front of the Indian state. Okay, so why he introduced this policy? Because this is only this is also another way of annexation the state or a city of India. Now what happened in this policy? What particular thing happened in this policy? First of all, they take all the powers in their hands. They take all the powers in their hand, every power in their hand, in East India hand. So whatever work will be performed by Bengal, so all the things will be looked after by East India Company. Everything will be looked after by East India Company person. And इंडियन स्टेट टू बी मेंटेन बाय द ब्रिटिश मीन्स जितना भी काम होगा सब कुछ मेंटेन कौन करेगा, ब्रिटिश करेगा. नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस पॉलिसी इंडियन स्टेट नो नीड टू मेक देयर ओन आर्मी फोर्सेस. मीन्स सपोज इफ इन बंगाल एनी ऑफ द Nawab wants to make their own army force, so they are not giving chance. East India Company have refused this कि you don't need to maintain your own army, you don't need to do anything for your army. If any of the state will attack you, so we will send our own army forces for saving you. ओके मीन्स कि हम अपनी खुद की आर्मी फोर्स आपको बचाने के लिए भेजेंगे, आपको अपनी आर्मी बनाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो इफ़ डू यू थिंक कि ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी इज़ वेरी मच गुड बाय हार्ट एंड ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी हेल्प द इंडियन स्टेट्स. सो बिहाइंड दिस पॉलिसी वन मोर diplomatic method or conspiracy is there in their mind. So if they are helping to the state, so those who are on the place of Nawab, they have to send money to East India Company, and with that money what East India Company is doing, East India Company making their army forces more strong. For that money, whatever the money East India Company received by the other state, other city of Bengal, so that money will be used in making their army forces more strong. Okay, if suppose at any of time, what is the greedy policy? If they get money, and even who will going to be strong? Foreigners going to be strong, and their army forces going to be strong. And if any of the Nawab have refused कि we will not ready to pay you some money, so there is no chance to refuse their choice. So there is no chance to refuse, they have to listen whatever the terms and condition of East India Company, they have to follow. There is no other option. So what is the advantages of subsidiary alliance for the Britishers? So what is the advantages behind this? They are getting money, their army going to be strong, and the most important thing that is missing in this, if suppose any of the Nawab of India, any of the Nawab of Bengal who is not having that much of money to pay to the East India Company, so what East India Company have performed, they can capture the territory of that Nawab. Means suppose if suppose they have to pay 5 lakh rupees, so if they have not paid half amount, so the half area or a part of a territory, means part of a land, it will be captured by East India Company. Means again they have getting the advantage of this thing and taking the more option from this. Now the next disadvantages of Indian state, means Indian state will be going to be not independent. The whole work will be seen by the East India Company. Whatever their policy, they have to listen. We are not having any other choice. And the tax people have to pay it for going from one place to another place. This is also another point in this. And then after that, the financial burden is also there. And suppose if any of the ruler, who is the first person is not having money to pay. Nizam of Hyderabad is the first person who is not having money. Slowly, now here it is written, was the first ruler to accept the alliance, and slowly and gradually it was extended to other areas. Means Nizam was not having money, so that area will be annexed by East India Company, and after that gradually, slowly other areas are also captured by East India Company. Now Chanamana Rani of Kittur, she led an anti-British resistance movement in Kittur in Karnataka. Okay, she has started one anti-British movement because she is not ready to pay that much of thing. In next video we will study war with Mysore.